What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. You just saw right there a large eruption coming off the southwestern limb of the sun. That's a recent X3 class solar flare from a departing sunspot active region right down here. If that would have been facing the Earth like they're talking about over here at spaceweather.com, that would have been a much bigger solar flare than an X3-4. Either way, it's still large, and it sent a shockwave through the solar system, an interplanetary shockwave that was detected by the ionosphere almost instantly. And here's a look at the daylight side of the Earth as the X flare occurred. And coincidentally, on the daylight side of the Earth, following the large X-class solar flare, there were two earthquakes, one a 6.1 just north of New Zealand, and another earthquake in northern Italy, a 4.3 that's way out of bounds. The 6.1 isn't necessarily out of bounds, but it coincides with the large solar flare. So look for an increase in earthquake activity in the coming days. I would say we would be in the middle of an earthquake watch right now. Probably an earthquake of 7.0 magnitude or greater will occur sometime here in the next 48 hours. I would say somewhere in the eastern hemisphere, quite possibly north of the equator near the Philippines or Japan. Here's a little video I put together of the interplanetary shockwave following the large X-class solar flare. There was the location of the solar flare, once again the southwestern limb of the sun, but something appeared in the field of view between the spacecraft and the Earth right there, and that's not uncommon. However, the visuals of this thing were very rare. I've never seen that right there before. I've never seen a big gouge in the Earth or the moon, and that's typically what you'll see on here from time to time. There's the shockwave following the large X-class solar flare, but this has a little bit of mystery to it, and I want to pause and take a closer look at what this could have possibly been. And once again, the X-class solar flare could have been an X10, maybe a 15 if that would have been facing the Earth. Luckily, it was not. But the next question is, what is this thing right here? Normally, like I said, you'll see the moon or the Earth come between the spacecraft and the sun. Look at that big gouge right there. I've never seen that before. The reason the Earth comes between the spacecraft and the sun is because every once in a while, periodically, the spacecraft, the SDO, will orbit the Earth and reposition itself between the sun and the Earth. It orbits the sun with the Earth, but I've never seen the Earth look like this with a big gouge in it like that. That would be the Earth's atmosphere, if in fact that is the Earth. But again, I've never seen the Earth reveal itself like that between the sun and the spacecraft. I've never seen the Earth look like that on this instrument, not with a big gouge in it like that. That is something entirely new. It's definitely not the moon, and you can tell it's the Earth because you can see the atmosphere, and the atmosphere even looks a little different down here. It looks too smooth to be the top of the Earth. And how you can tell if it's the moon or the Earth, the moon is a little bit smaller, the Earth is much bigger by comparison to the moon, and you'll see what look like atmospheric features. You don't see a big gouge like that in the atmosphere. I've never seen that before. I'm not implying that that was some sort of a rogue planet or anything like that. There's a slow motion close-up view of that massive X-class solar flare. Again, if that would have been over here, it probably would have been an X10 or maybe even an X15. According to spaceweather.com, they said it would have been much stronger, but it was on the southwestern limb of the sun, rotating away from planet Earth. But once again, some sort of a weird anomaly showing up in the atmosphere of Earth. Something that looks like a massive canyon shows up on a dark object in between the Earth and the sun. So once again, don't be surprised if you see a large earthquake here in the next 48 hours until this energy passes the Earth, somewhere in the neighborhood of 7.0 or greater. I would say somewhere in the eastern hemisphere, in the Japan, Philippines, or maybe even a little farther south down in the Indonesia, Tonga area. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.